Hi, Cameron. First one in. Oh, look who's already coming out to visit. They know when the live stream starts that I start dishing the kitty treats. See, he's already ready. See if we can coax Nibble into the shot here. Come on, Nibble. Could be one for you, too. There's one for the nibble. Another for the bite. As he lives up to his name. All right, well, that's enough for now. We'll give you more maybe later if you're good. You don't show your butt. Which we know you'll do that, won't you? All right, let's see what's going. Hi, Jan. Hi, Bob. Hi, Tracy. How's everybody doing? Another fine day in Waco, Texas. Morning, Kathy. Starting to get a few people in here now. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, well, that's how he's always doing. Having a problem with the heat wave, yeah? What are you in California or Washington or Oregon? That's where they're really getting baked, I guess. At least that's what my mom was saying. And then on top of that, I guess a couple days ago, they had a pretty good sized earthquake. Yeah, I don't miss those at all. Yeah, Cameron's in California. All right, there you go. Yeah, there's Bite. He's not showing his butt right now, and Nibble's over there behind the chair, so maybe she'll pop out at some point. You like the 4th of July vlog? That's cool. I really expected that the footage that I put in of the band would get hit for copyright stuff, but you know what got hit for the copyright stuff? The music that the band played during the 4th of July or during the fireworks stuff, which really is crazy because I mean it wasn't even, you know, it's some high school band that was playing it. Actually, I think it's a city orchestra that was playing it. But apparently somebody owns a couple of those songs. I actually had to recut the video because YouTube wanted to share the revenue of the video with somebody else. It's like nuts to that. I went out there and weathered that heat and put up with that. And put up with $8 corn dogs and $12 brisket. $107 today. Yikes. No thanks. It's 80 right now here, and it's supposed to get, I think, to about 90. We had a little rainstorm that blew through here this morning. Didn't drop a lot, just got everything wet enough to increase the humidity. That's kind of how it works here in Texas. Yeah, thanks. That was a fun day on the 4th. It's good to see my town do fun stuff. Apparently, they didn't do that last year because of COVID. So, and the year before, I just arrived and wasn't really, you know, it's just starting to acclimate a little bit. How's my weekend so far? Well, it's funny. You may recall on last week when I did the live stream, I kind of lost my voice a couple days earlier, and I was still getting it back. Well, after the live stream ended last week, you know, the rest of the day on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, my voice was fine. When I went back to work on Thursday, I started losing it again, and I'm only starting to get it back a little bit right now. So it's weird, you know. I was fine during the weekend, but then I lose my voice again. So weird how that works. So if you hear me coughing or clearing my throat, that's why. Yeah, it would have been nice if I could have tried more options, but like I said, it was expensive. But like I said, I had two things. I had the corn dog. I mean, it was good, and the brisket. Like, okay, it was a slice of white bread, um, some potato salad, some brisket, and what was the other thing? I don't know. There was a second side dish, and that was basically it. And that was $12. So, am I allergic to my job? I don't know. Maybe. I feel fine, Tracy. That's not, I haven't avoided going into work. Except for the fact that my voice is a little scratchy. I'm okay. So I don't know. They moved me to a new line this week. Maybe I'm allergic to the new line. Hey, Nibble. How are you? Huh? Okay. Walk away. Be that way. Yeah, when I got up yesterday morning, I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to do a live stream today because last time it took me like 3 days to get over the lost voice, and so. But I don't know. It's all right today. We do a vlog on the Texas State Fair. Yeah, maybe depending on where it is. I'm kind of trying to do some of the like cultural things around the area. Kind of do that when I can. So you're gonna make the braised beer recipe. Yeah, it looked pretty good. It was pretty good. Now I did mix it up a little bit with some barbecue sauce when I ate it, and that was really good. Those made really good sandwiches. I heard that the Virgin Galactic launch happened this morning. I saw clips of it, but I didn't watch it live. Morning, Bill. Are you going to do the beer braised recipe in the instant pot, or are you going to do it on a Dutch oven? Because I guess you can do it both ways. Mike's sitting there watching his sister right now. Ugh. Put the TV tray a little too far away. Probably should move it closer, huh? That'll be better. So what's everybody doing today? And how long is it going to be before we start talking about food? Yeah, Mike's always on his perch. I think he's just mad at me because usually he's sleeping right where I'm sitting. So I think lemon water might help, huh? Yeah, maybe. I've already got the water. Maybe I should put some lemon in it, huh? Tracy's got errands to do today. Yeah, that sounds like fun. How's my mom? My mom's well, she's having some issues. She's getting a little bit of anxiety issues. She's had a really kind of a tough year for the last year and a half, basically. Um, between moving out of the house she's lived in since the '60s to losing my dad to basically getting rid of almost everything she's ever owned to moving into an apartment to being locked down because of COVID and all that weird stuff. She's actually been to the emergency room a couple times in the past few weeks. That was actually why I had her on last weekend, was just so she could, kind of draw off of you guys' energy because, that's I think what she needs more than anything else. They're not finding anything wrong with her. They just think she's just having anxiety issues. So, we just got to talk to her more, I think. Got to keep her engaged a little bit. She's got some friends at the place she lives, and they're finally letting them out a little bit, which is good too. So, hopefully this will be something that comes to an end. But, it rained just a little bit. I looked at the rain gauge before I went on, and we got maybe 1/8 of an inch. But as I was seeing that the storm was kind of shrinking as it was approaching, there goes Bite. So focus on me now. A lot of sporting events in the UK today, huh? That's cool. Hope I'm not creating too much competition here. Draw down their numbers. Wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, I've told her too that she's always welcome to call in. We make it kind of a joke when we do, but she's told she can call in whenever she wants. So I've got the phone right next to me, so if she decides to call in now, she could do that. Yeah, the storm barely got to where we were. Like I said, it rained for maybe 20, 30 minutes. When I was sleeping this morning, I started hearing the thunder, so I figured, oh, something's coming in. And it's a storm that was kind of coming from the north. But as I watched it, it looked like it was kind of fizzling out as it came. So I didn't expect we'd get much, and we didn't. Yeah, no spoilers, Margaret. I guess some people here want to watch the tennis match too. You can watch me at the same time. That's cool. I appreciate that, and I wish my Norton software realized that when I'm live streaming, that doesn't mean the computer's idle. Just because the mouse isn't moving doesn't mean the computer isn't doing something. See, there it goes again. Keeps popping up here. Knock it off. I don't want Norton competing with me for bandwidth. All right, we got an agreement. No spoilers on the vlog here on the live stream. I see Nibble at the end of the hall there. Maybe she's gonna make her appearance, or maybe not. Maybe she'll just stand there and stare at me. She knows sometimes I throw kitty treats to her, so she's probably thinking I'm gonna do that. Well, I did tell my mom that pot is legal in California, so she should try that. Yeah, I know I can turn Norton off, but if I turn it off, I might forget to turn it back on. And I do like having it on. Yeah, my mom has really been through a lot. I mean, in addition to all that stuff, being in California where they just overreacted to everything. Um, you know, I don't blame her for having issues. So we're going to deal with it. Like I said, they're not finding anything wrong. they've thrown every medical test they can at her, and they don't find anything wrong. So, you know, she just needs. I just think she just needs to talk more. Any thoughts on Branson's space flight? Well, good luck. I hope it works out all right. I know I'd love to do that. That'd be fun. That'd be a great vlog too, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're going into space. Ah! Yeah, I'm one of those people that doesn't really take a whole lot of medicine. I just figure, let your body deal with it. Sometimes I'll take things to like suppress the symptoms. When I'm sick and have to do something or need to be active, I'll take a cold medicine just to, you know, eliminate the cough or something like, or the congestion and stuff like that. But I'm generally not one that takes a lot of drugs to, you know, cure things. I just figure let your body do it. Yeah, my mom is gonna be fine. She just, like I said, she just needs to. I just think she needs to focus on other things and maybe talk to people some more so that she can kind of vocalize what's going on and express herself. And yeah, right, to the moon. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Gene. The immune system can deal with quite a bit. Um, I don't necessarily think that's why people are against the vaccine. They see conspiracy theories. I know I got a friend who thinks it's an attempt at population control, and he won't do it for that reason. And it's like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what? I respect his right to say no. I did it, just because I was tired of wearing the masks. Yeah, I was out walking around last night, and it is cool to come home and see the lights under the trees there. That's I think it turned out really well. It gave me exactly the effect I wanted. It looks nice. It's subtle. It doesn't light everything up, but you can see the house a little bit. You can see where you're walking at night, and it's the perfect effect. So yeah, I'm glad I did that. Oh, Bill likes Ricola, huh? Okay. I've seen the commercials. Like I said, I don't usually, do a whole lot of that. Any new projects planned around the house? Well, I think the next big project we're going to do is painting the kitchen, and that may come as early as next week. Next week is my long weekend, so I may. I was halfway thinking about doing it last weekend, but then I ended up doing the Fourth of July thing. And usually when I do a painting project, I want to have 4 days to do that. So next weekend is my 4 day weekend. So we may do that next weekend. I don't know what the project, what I'm going to do for the vlogs this week are yet. So I don't know. Might be a cooking vlog. Who knows? I should do a home repair video. I thought that's sort of what these were. Just what the world needs. Another home fix-up show from Waco, Texas, huh? Yeah, I've had to shock the pool. I do that every about week during the summer. That's what they recommend. What I'm kind of doing, there's these little chlorine tabs that I put in the pool. Put 3 of them in a week, and I kind of watch them because when the water's cooler, they don't dissolve as quickly. And so when I put new tabs in, then I shock the pool at the same time. And usually when the water's nice and warm in the summer, like it is kind of right now, the tabs dissolve in about a week. So about once a week they're getting shocked now. But when it cools off a little bit, sometimes it goes back to 2 or 3 weeks between when those little chlorine tabs dissolve, and at that point we'll reduce the rate at which we do that. That stuff is expensive. 5-gallon bucket of that is like $150. But do you have any more videos of Flash? Not at the moment, but if Beth sends me something, I'll put it in. Any news on the shirt? I'm hoping that this week they're going to call me back and say that they that they've got the blanks in, because as I said before, they said that I could come in and video and record the creating of the shirt. So that's where we are right now. I'll probably contact them either tomorrow or on Tuesday. They're only open on Monday through Friday, so try them tomorrow and maybe see what's going on. Yeah, the chlorine tabs are in a little floater thing that's in the pool. Oh, Brexton, Texas, also in Fort Worth. All right. Ain't that truth? I'm brecked out just with me. Look who's back. Hiding behind me. Right? My buddy? Huh? That's all you ever have to say. Your parents had an in-ground pool. Your dad was out there every week. Out there maintaining it, or out there using it? Probably out there maintaining it. Morning, Dave and Terry. How are you doing? You had an uncle named Brick? Yeah, I like going out and using the pool at night. Just kind of go out there and soak. But what I've been doing is I'll go out and take a walk late at night, like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and then come home and soak in the pool a little bit before I go to bed. Enjoy a beer. Hey, Mark, how you doing? We're doing good here. Yeah, I'm doing good, David. Yeah, I don't think the chlorine is the issue. The truth is, I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to being cold. And we've been having a lot of rain lately, and the pool is finally getting back to the point where, it's getting to the point where I'm warm enough to, get into it. So you jump in the pool and do laps before going to work. Yeah, I don't get into the pool before work, probably because I start work at 7 a.m. and I'm up at 5, and um, that's already a little bit too early for me. So I'd have to get up early if we're going to get in the pool. And I don't know, I'm not a morning person, so I kind of save it for the night. Hello, James Young. UFO Museum is in Roswell, New Mexico. If you remember when Jordan and I came to Texas, that was where we stopped off in Roswell, New Mexico. That's where I got that. Yeah, I know where Pomona is. I used to live in Placentia, which is just down the 57, about 5 or 10 miles from Pomona. Laura Lee has a new TV. That's cool. I finally gave up my cable box. I did that a couple of weeks ago. No, not doing cable anymore. I just walked in there and said, I'm going to return this to you. I'm not watching it. Stupid to pay for something I'm not watching. They tried to upgrade me on my cell phone and get me to switch my cell phone over to them, but it was your wake up call hearing your dad jumping off the diving board. That's awesome. My wake up call this morning was the thunderstorm kind of blowing in. There we go. Now we're seeing Bite's butt. Yep, Bite's butt. I have to create a new vlog called Bite's Butt Vlog, huh? It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, I've been to the Pomona Fairground, Pomona Fair. I think I saw the Violent Femmes there one year. Yeah, you're right. That's called a butt shot. He's my buddy. Yes, he is. Bite's always showing his butt. It's his better half. Rib roast. Yeah. And there goes Nibble. She comes out occasionally, gets a kitty treat, then goes back to her room. Smell on the floor, see if I left any kitty treats there. Now Nibble's giving us a butt shot. Whoa, how rude. That's right, I'm playing favorites. Still kind of naively believe I could buy her love. You're still drinking coffee? I never started drinking coffee. Gas in Tacoma is up to $4 a gallon. That's insane. You know, we're up to what, 250, 260. But that's a lot, for us. Ever since I got here, it's been below $2, like $1.90. I've seen it, in the middle of the pandemic, it was down to like $1.80, $1.70. I'm not really sure what thumbs up do for except just stroke the ego of the person who's doing the content. I don't know. I guess maybe if you get more thumbs up, maybe it results in people. Maybe YouTube promotes it more or something. I don't know. No, we're still in the same place with the t-shirts. I'm waiting for them to get them ordered. It was kind of weird when I placed the order. They said, despite the fact that I placed the order on a Tuesday, they said they weren't going to wait. They weren't going to order them until the following week, which was last Monday, almost a week ago now. So I'm hoping that they'll get them in this week. I'm thinking I'm going to call them probably tomorrow and see what's going on. Are bite and nibble friendly to other people? No, not really. They're not very affectionate to anyone but me, at least. Any vacation plans? I'm still kind of waiting to see what's going on. They're kind of starting to lock down in California again. With all the COVID stuff. They're all paranoid about this new Delta variant. But what I'm hearing is this Delta variant is less lethal than the original version. So I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that some places, especially like LA County, San Francisco County, the gas is even more because I don't know, it's just crazy. 45 a gallon. See, that's another one of the things I left California for. It blew me away when because I said this before, but before I moved here, before I moved to Texas, I kind of traveled to Texas here about 4 months before that to look around, try and figure out where I wanted to go, where I wanted to live, and that was when I decided it was going to be Waco. And I remember when that being blown away how low the gas prices because everywhere it was like $1.99 a gallon. And on the day I left, when I had to fill up the rental car before I went, before I flew back, I got gas for $1.87 a gallon. That was insane. Yeah, I do like the Ramones. Ramones are great. You can get coupons for gas and get $1 or 50 cents off. That's insane. I've sometimes gone to Costco, but there isn't a Costco really close in Waco. The nearest one is almost down to Austin. And the reason I went to Costco is to buy things in bulk and save money. But if you're going to drive 100 miles to get there and 100 miles to get back, and it burns up all the cost savings. So I went there right after I moved in here about a year ago, and and but I did that just because I had a gift card my mom had gotten me. And I figured, okay, well, what I like to do is I'll go buy $500 worth of meat and fill up the freezer, and so that's what I did. But haven't been to a Costco since. Hello, Kenneth. How you doing? I like the weather here. I like the variety. You never know what you're going to get, David, when you look at the weather. It might rain. You look at the weather and it could say 95, 98 degrees for the foreseeable future, and all of a sudden, this storm blows in. It's dropping rain on you. That's what's kind of cool about Waco, and I like the different possibilities and the extremes. It's nice to have hot weather and it's nice to have cold weather and occasionally get snow and all that stuff. So I'm happy with the weather. I love it here. There isn't really anything I don't like about this place. Yeah, I've never really been a person for doing things online if I can avoid it. I'm kind of a tactile person. I like to touch something, hold it in my hand before I buy it. It's hard to do that when you're buying stuff online. They've got some butcher shops around here that you could do that kind of stuff. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely one of the things that happen. I mean, the trees in the yard here, none of the trees in my yard, change colors and stuff like that. But some of the neighbors' trees, they've got like oaks and maples and stuff like that, and those definitely turn beautiful in the fall. I'm happy that you're happy that I'm happy. Yeah, well, and yeah, I'm enjoying finding the stuff that works well in the yard too. Um, I'm pretty sure that the stuff I'm finding, either at Home Depot or at the nursery, it's stuff that's going to do well in Texas. I just got to find stuff that's going to do well in the whether it's full sun or part shade or full shade because there's a lot of trees in the yard, and so that kind of changes the environment and what happens and how things do well. But I do stir fry. I don't have a stir fry pan. I don't know. It hasn't been a huge priority for me. 117 in Palm Desert. No, thank you. That is one of the good things about Texas too. So far as I've been here, it hasn't gotten really, really hot. I think we've hit 100 a couple times, but none of this 117 nonsense. No, thank you. It's not that bad. Not that bad if you don't have to be in it, I guess. Yeah, 117. I've been in that. That's no fun. Bet I can do stir fry in the instant pot, probably in the saute mode. I could. I like the nature walks. Yeah, I was thinking I haven't done one of those in a while. Maybe that'd be a good thing to do today. That's a simple thing, and also it'll help me protect my voice a little bit because when I'm out there walking, I don't necessarily need to yammer on. Sammy just stopped, and that's cool. Always appreciate it when our Australian friends bite the bullet and stay up until the wee hours of the morning to visit. You're going to make instant pot chili. Awesome. I found just something in the grocery store. It was a packet of spices, and you mix it with your own meat and some chicken broth, and it turned out actually really good. They recommended goosing it up with a couple of habanero peppers, and I doubled it. It was really really hot, so I like that. Oh, you meant 95 isn't bad. Okay, yeah, 117 is bad. That's really hot. I've met a couple of neighbors, you know, just basically, you know, stopping by and saying hi and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not a very sociable person, so yeah, this is basically how it starts, Gene. Somebody says something, or as I say something about food, and then it just goes from there. Bike's actually right next to me here. Nibble, I think, went back to her room. What the temperature is everywhere. Like I said, I think we're supposed to get into like the low 90s. What did they say, 90, 91, something like that? 93 looks like that's going to be the temperature to shoot for. 15% chance of rain at 1 o'clock, huh? There we go. Yeah. See, this is the thing that drives me crazy. Two different parts of the same page say the weather give you different information. Top of the page said possibility of rain at 1 o'clock, and at the bottom of the page says thunderstorms at 6:30. Can't make up their mind. Do I like Asian food? It's all right. It isn't one of my go-tos. I think my favorites are Mexican food and Italian food in terms of ethnic food. Indian food is good too. I like it spicy. Gene's going to experience 108 today. No, thank you. Enjoy the nature walks a lot. There's actually a new trail around here. Well, it's not a new trail. It's just one I haven't been on before. You know, a lot of times it's the same trails I go on because it's either the one in Cameron Park or the one in Woodway Park, and you know, it gets to the point where there's only so many times that you can go there, go to the same places over and over again. So, but I found another one that I might go visit. Maybe we'll do that today. That'd be a good vlog. I do like beef with broccoli. Peg Tooth is in. All right. Hey, Peg Tooth. What's beef vindaloo? I don't know what that is. I know what ice cold beer is, though. So that's a good start. Which park has the gazebo? I think the gazebo is in Cameron Park. But actually, let's see. Because Cameron Park is actually a big area. I visited a place a year ago called what was it? This, I don't know, it was some woman's pretty place. It had like a lot of wildflowers and stuff like that, and some trails, and that's sort of in Cameron Park area. Yeah, the this thing it is it's a jellyfish kind of carved into glass, and it's on a little light thing, so it changes colors. It's kind of cool looking. Kind of looks kind of pretty. I thought it was kind of interesting there, so I always like to put something interesting in the shot, something to capture attention, something to trigger questions. You can see how it kind of looks like a lava lamp, though, doesn't it? I don't think you really get the impression, the effect, but it's like changing colors because it goes to kind of purple now it's blue, now it's green. So kind of runs through a series of colors. I think it kind of gets washed out a little bit on the video. It's something my parents gave me. I had it as a knickknack on a little table in the corner of the room over there. I thought, nah, I got to put that on the in the shot here. Kind of an interesting conversation. Yeah, I'm the same way, Lauralee. I get sunburned too. I If I'm going to go out and be in the sun, I don't want to even get any color. So, I'll usually go and buy the highest SPF rated sunscreen I can get because I don't want to get burned. I was actually really concerned when I went out and did the Fourth of July thing that I was going to get, I was going to turn red like a lobster. But fortunately, it wasn't that bad. I managed to get out of the sun enough that it wasn't a problem. I think it was only in the sun for 15 or 20 minutes and didn't get any sun, so I'm okay. I've seen a age, and all of a sudden their skin looks like leather, and it's like, ugh, no thanks. Vindaloo paste sauce, lots of flavor with garlic and other spices. Well, I like garlic. That's all right, Bill. You don't have to apologize. That's one of the things I kind of like is that my viewers don't just sit there and talk to me; they talk to each other. I don't know. That does not offend me in the least. We've got a number of people here that have said that they became friends just because they got to know each other from here. So I'm very happy about that. You only have two colors, lobster red or mayo white. Yeah, that's sort of me too. Where can you find that jellyfish? I don't know. I don't know where my mom got it. She brought it back for me to see. There's not anything on the bottom. It's just I don't know. I don't know exactly where it came from. And then it's got this cool little light under it that has different color LEDs. They're all kind of washed out. So you set this thing on top of it and it kind of glows. Very cool though. Do I find Texas more comfortable? Well, I mean, we get more extremes in the weather, but you know, I really do like everything about it. There's nothing here that I say, oh man, I prefer California over this. The people are nicer. I like the variety of weather. I like the prices. It's just it was really the right move for me. We went and saw Black Widow over at the La Quinta movie theater. Yeah, I'm afraid Disney is in the process of killing the Marvel franchise the same way they killed the Disney or killed the Star Wars franchise. That's sad. If I had any more thoughts about redecorating the kitchen since the last live stream, I think I'm going to probably tackle that job next week. I want to paint in here. In terms of redecorating, I'm not going to redecorate. I'm just going to paint. I'm actually pretty happy with the kitchen. I don't like the color. It's kind of a blue green color, and I don't know. I'm gonna paint it a yellow color, and I think that's what I want to do. Hey, hey, you come up here? I got the brush. Imagine how good that would feel right now, huh? That would feel really good. Yeah, you like the brush, don't you? That's like your favorite thing ever. That and kitty treats, huh? You can make a brush made out of kitty treats, you be in kitty heaven. Yes, you would. All right, let's see what I'm missing here. Do you hear that? He called you a lovely kitten. I don't think you're a kitten. You're like 14 years old, dude. And you weigh at least twice that. Oh, I misread that. He wasn't talking about you, he was talking about the kitchen. I don't have a lovely kitten, I have a lovely kitchen. I get new glasses, I guess. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Peg Tooth. I think those bulkheads, I think the kitchen was probably designed for somebody who was a little shorter. I wish the cabinets were a little higher. And I bet you're right, those bulkheads are probably just empty space. If I were to completely remodel the kitchen, I'd probably remove the bulkheads and raise all the cabinets up. Jean is reporting that she's buffering a little bit. Anyone else seeing that? Because my screen is telling me that my connection is a little unstable too, so it could be on my end. Is everyone else doing okay? Actually, this one is Bite. Nibble is the orange and white one who's really shy. He is a big boy though. I don't really watch a lot of vloggers. I check in with Jordan, of course, from time to time. But between having a full-time job and and vlogging and doing live streams, it's that's pretty much all my life. Okay, top vlogger says they were buffering, but now you're okay. See, it still says that my connection is unstable. So you have enough room in there for some speakers. I don't know. Like I said, that is one issue with the kitchen. I think the cabinets are a little low. And it kind of makes the kitchen area a little claustrophobic. Like I said, I'm guessing they were probably designed for somebody who was shorter than me. I'm a pretty tall guy, so I wouldn't mind having them be up another 12 inches or even leave them where they are and just add more cabinets, more space in there. Oh, don't worry. A lot of people don't, get confused between bite and nibble. So that's hardly the worst thing. And it's good that we're making it all the way to Australia with no problems. That still blows me away that I'm talking to Australia right now. That's awesome. There's more conversations going on between you guys than there is with me. That's awesome. Gives me a chance to drink my water. I hereby. Hey, bye. Hey, buddy. Yeah, there we go. There's somebody. Nobody asked for it, but how about a belly rub? We haven't had a belly rub this live stream yet, have we? Belly rub time. And of course, that's always followed up by the getting the cat hair off my nose time. Has Nibble made an appearance? Yeah, she's been out here a couple times. She usually is here right at the beginning and then kind of goes back into her room and takes a nap. And I'm guessing that's where she is right now. Do the cats shed a lot? Oh, yes. Yeah, they're basically a walking, meowing fur ball. Yeah, Bite isn't really one for being held a whole lot, but he does like his belly rubs, so whatever. That's what he's good. That's what he's into. Broiling all week, and today it's only going to be 86, which you're pleased with, but that's still warm weather. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I haven't really gone out and looked for any local bands. A lot of what happens in the area is country related. I'm not really into country music as much. I haven't heard of any good rock bands in the area. But then again, I haven't really looked either. Palm Desert is in the desert of Southern California, kind of in the area of Palm Springs, I believe. President Ford hit your mother with a golf ball. What did Jordan and I do in Las Vegas? Well, he wanted to go see his friend from Kiss told him about a Kiss themed mini golf place that we went and saw, and that was kind of fun. We kind of wandered around some of the casinos. The Bonnie and Clyde car was the Death car was there, and he wanted to see that. And and of course, going to see the Pawn Stars place. We That was actually my idea. I said, "Hey, can we go see the Pawn Stars place?" And he said, "Yeah, we'll do that." So that we did that, and we went and saw the Simpsons house. And that was out there, and there were a bunch of things that we did in that week. I think we were celebrating Jaws' fourth birthday that weekend. Once got into elderly friend's pickup truck, and as you're moving along, he asked if his radio was broken because it was playing all really awful country music. See, I'm not going to say country music is awful. I'm just not into it. Although, I mean, in every style of music, there's good stuff and bad stuff. So your dad worked in Indio as a parole officer. That's interesting. It's a great story. You got to admit. I mean, how many people get hit in the head with a presidential golf ball? Sit up a little bit here. My back is starting to get to me a bit. I'm getting old. At least it wasn't a yodeling show. President signed the ball. Or your bruise. India, 30 miles from water, 2 feet from hell. What's the time in Texas? It's a little after noon. It's 12:15 p.m. Have the cats seen videos of themselves? I don't think so. I mean, Bite, when Bite sometimes sees himself on camera when I do the live stream, but I'm not sure he realizes that that's him. Do you? It's 1,015 in Palm Desert. Wow, that's really hot. Guessing they're saying 115. What is one of my favorite memoirs? I don't know. I like my Guided by Voices collection. I'm proud of that. And I mean, I'm kind of proud of this guitar right here because actually I have a photo. This is a guitar that belonged to the guitar player of Guided by Voices. And this is a photograph here, an autographed promotional photograph of the lead singer actually holding this guitar. So I think that's probably, something that I'm really proud of. But I got, I'm proud of a lot of the stuff I've got around here. I got some kind of cool things. Yeah, I love In-N-Out burgers. Oh, okay, it's 10 to 50. Okay, yeah, all right. I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, I was really obsessed with collecting Guided by Voices stuff there for a while. And I mean that band is still just putting out stuff at an amazing rate. 3 or 4 albums a year is coming out. You think of most bands, they'll put out an album a year, maybe an album every 2 years. This guy Pollard, he puts out something every couple months. Like 15 years ago, well, I'm still running a website on the subject, but 15 years ago when I was running that website, at the time I tried to compile a list of every song that existed at that point, and there were more than 1,000 of them at that point. So he's got to have 3 or 4 thousand songs. In fact, I want to show you something here. Hang on. A few years ago, they released a coffee table book uh, that had like large scale renderings. Let's focus this down a little bit of all of the different album covers. At the time, he had 100 albums out, and so they released this, and it has like all the different album covers, front and back. And let's see, without the glare here, Propellers and Vampire on Titus and B1000. And I mean, it's just page after page after page of album covers that this guy has done. It's just astounding how many things he's released. Because I mean, these are all just these are every one of these is an album cover. You know, and it's just amazing how prolific this guy is. And we're not talking, album with, you know, 5 or 10 songs on it. You know, a lot of the albums have 20, 25 songs on it. It's astounding how prolific this guy is. You know, everyone says Bob Dylan, he's the prolific one. No, this guy is blows Bob Dylan out. This guy has like 5 Bob Dylans. Yeah, and he's probably going to have to do a new book before too long called 200, because I'm sure he's probably pushing towards that. Because this was, let's see, what year was this published? This was published in 2017, so this is already 4 years old. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, one page is the front cover, the other side, the other one is the back cover. Yeah, because so many of the things here, they have memories. The fun memories associated with that. These here, for instance, are vintage Candyland Riots posters from Jordan's band. Most of those are probably all like one of a kind, because I mean there were only a few of those made to begin with. One of Peg 2's favorite mineral samples is from the Trinity bomb test site. That's awesome. A piece of vitrified desert floor. That's amazing. I wish you'd do some more music. Yeah, actually, there's a bunch of stuff that probably nobody's ever heard of. Because there, the only stuff that he's really giving away is his Orange Sash and the President of the Galaxy CD and his 7-inch CDs. But there's several other albums that really never saw the light of day because we just made them in CDRs. So there's only a couple copies out there. And of course, having been there the whole time, I've got like everything. In fact, a lot of times, he comes to me and says, "Hey, you have this? I need this." There was, for instance, an acoustic album that he did where he recorded it at my house. It's kind of fun. Everybody got really quiet all of a sudden. Guess you get freaked out by this weird guy meowing at his TV, at his computer monitor. Right? Perfectly normal for you to do that, but when a human does that, it's kind of weird. Yeah. Is live stream fizzling out here? There we go. There's a couple questions. My favorite film. I don't know if I could name my favorite one, but I think one of the ones that's been on my favorites list for a long time is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I just love the performances in that movie. Jack Nicholson was great in that. Danny DeVito was great in that. Christopher Lloyd was great in that. I was just worried there for a second because it's still showing that my internet connection is unstable, and I was wondering if we froze up and nobody could respond anymore. Usually, when that happens, though, the number of viewers drops off. And yeah, I pull Cuckoo's Nest out every once in a while. That's just one of those movies that you can watch over and over again. Is my mom going to move to Waco? No, no, I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I don't think she likes the heat, would like the heat too much. Now, honestly, she doesn't really go out a whole lot anyway. So, she could sit in air conditioning and watch TV here as well as she could where she is. But she didn't want to move to Sacramento either for the same reason, and ultimately ended up doing that. You never come across samples where you know the exact date and time that the mineral was created. That's true. That's awesome. Detonated at 5:30 a.m. over the New Mexico desert, releasing an 18.6 kilotons of power, instantly vaporizing the tower and turning the surrounding asphalt and sand into green glass. That is awesome. That's an awesome piece of memorabilia. Yeah, Sammy's a real trooper, being up in the middle of the night like that. Sammy's in Australia. Yeah, yeah, I heard about it. I still look at the earthquake. I look at an earthquake map on a daily basis in California. So I was aware of it. It was a 6.0, and my mom said she felt it. Yeah, She said it was different from earthquakes she's felt in Southern California. This one was probably about 50 miles from her. The 6.0 is a decent sized earthquake. It's a weird area to have one too. There's not a lot of faults out there. That's true. California's nickname is definitely shake and bake. Because those two things happen. We shake in the earthquake and we bake in the summer and the fires. Wait, I can't say we anymore. They shake in the earthquakes and bake in the summers and the fires. No, the earthquake was up closer to Reno. It was a little south of Lake Tahoe. Doesn't surprise me you didn't feel it in Vegas. Yeah, Cuckoo's Nest is awesome. I don't know if I'd be able to name one, but I would definitely put that one on top five. We're losing Gene. We're losing Gene to Turk, so I get it. Got to do that. That's important. Yeah, I've met some friends at work. I've got a significant number of friends at work. Haven't really met anybody around the neighborhood. I've said hi to a few people, but yeah, that would be a really cool piece of material to have glass with copper from the electronics in it. That would be awesome. Yeah, Australia is a pretty big place. Going from one side to the other is a big long drive. Well, Eric slept in today, huh? Wow, that's quite a sleep in. Sleeping into 12:30. I remember doing that. Let's see if we got any more rain coming through here. Yeah, it looks like that storm that blew through here pretty much is all fizzled out now. They say we're supposed to get some more rain this evening. I don't see it yet, but that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, almost out of vodka. That must mean we're coming to the end here. Yeah, I think you're right, Sammy, about the relative size of Australia and the United States. Pretty much the same, I think. Sounds like Sammy's checking out. I don't blame Sammy for doing that. It's getting late. Brad's brain has nephews at the lake, and they're sleeping till noon, huh? Yeah. Pig Tooth is looking at something on Marketplace, huh? Eric found an air fryer at Goodwill for $6, huh? That's cool. All right, Sammy has a new grandchild. Congratulations, Sammy. Little girl arrived July 3rd. That's awesome. The cats meow at night sometimes. Usually means that they want food. I bought a deep fryer a while ago just because, everyone here in Texas seems to have one. So I figured, okay, well, I should probably have one too. What am I going to make for dinner tonight? I don't know. I don't know. I'll go see what's in the freezer. No, the cats have free run of the house at night. They're not really a fan of the thunderstorms. So they either go and hide in the bathtub when it's thundering, or I've left one of the cat carriers that I transported them here from California on the floor with the door open, and Nibble will often go in there. She feels more comfortable and safe in there. Yeah, koalas are marsupials. That's true. I'm overdue for a nibble and bite vlog. Yeah, I might do one of those this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. You know, as I've said before, a lot of times the cooking segments are just one of those things where I get up and on a day and say, "Hey, I think I'm going to do a cooking vlog today." But yeah, it has been a couple weeks now. I think last thing I think I did was those smoked pork chops. No travel plans yet, but I do need to make a trip to California, and I got to get off my butt and do that. I think I'll probably wait until we're past the summer months. So I think that'll probably be a little less stressful on the boss, you know, because everybody wants to take a vacation during the summer. Cooking vlogs are good for bad, are a good thing to do on bad weather. That's true. But we got to kind of get to the point where, you know, we do more indoor things anyway, just because it's really hot out. I'm not aware of the cat's position on fireworks. I know they don't like thunder. And I think it isn't necessarily the noise, but that the house tends to shake a little bit. And I think that freaks them out. There's a city in Maryland called California. Okay. It kind of blows me away sometimes how they recycle city names too, because here in Waco, there's a Beverly Hills in Waco. I don't think anybody likes the Quakes in California. Well, I like the Quakes in California because I'm in Texas. As long as they stay in California, I'm happy. I'm fascinated with them. I just don't like them. I've been in enough of them. I put in my time. So I've been in like three big ones. There was Silmar in the '70s. Uh, Whittier Narrow, I think was Whittier Narrows was in the '80s, and I think Northridge was '94. That was the last big one I remember. Northridge happened in the middle of the night. And I remember I woke as soon as the shaking was done. I got on the phone, called my grandmother, and told her I thought we just had the big one. Turned out it wasn't. It was just a moderate one. Yeah, earthquakes I think are more interesting if you don't have to live through them. That's why I'll always prefer a tornado to an earthquake. At least you usually have a little bit of warning. There's a city in Texas called San Diego. That doesn't surprise me. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we've had similar spreads here because I remember, we had that big freeze that happened in February, and it was like 20 degrees, and now it's like 95, 100. So that's a 70 or 80 degree spread too. Hey, Black Dot, how you doing? Yeah, I'd rather read about an earthquake than live through them. They're far more interesting from a distance. Because there's just nothing more helpless feeling than when you wake up and it's an earthquake. It's like, okay, am I going to survive the next few seconds? Is the house going to shake apart on top of me? If you lived in Plano, Texas, you'd ride a bicycle to Waco. From Plano to Waco is 114 miles. All right, that's an awful long bike ride, especially when it's hot like it is right now. Oh, okay, we're done with the water. You don't think you could do that bike ride? I could, but it'd probably take me a couple days to do it. It wasn't uncommon for me to go for nice long bike rides when I lived in California. There was one time I hopped into one of the storm drains and rode almost down to the ocean from my house. That was probably a 30 or 40 mile drive round trip. Will I replant peppers or try something different next year? I don't know. I might try something different. Before I started it, they said it was about 80 degrees. I didn't look at the humidity, but it rained a little bit this morning, so I'm sure the humidity is real high. Hang on, I'll go look for you. Give you the exact numbers. Always feels good to get up and walk a little bit after sitting for a long live stream anyway. 86 degrees, 70% humidity. So yeah, that's compliments of our little rainstorm this morning. Enough to get everything wet and raise the humidity level. Am I thinking of adding some sort of fertilizer or maybe a mulch type fertilizer to lock in the moisture? The tomato plants. Tomato plants are actually doing pretty good on their own. Um, I noticed this morning when I went out that actually one of my big tomatoes, I've got about 5 tomatoes right now that are probably about the size of a softball, but they're green. But I noticed one of them is starting to turn a little orangish in color. So I think they're starting to ripen. So looking forward to that. I'm getting a whole bunch of little teeny tiny cherry tomatoes. I end up with, 4, 5, 6 of those every day. And so those are just a little snack. I just pull them off the plant, pop them in my mouth. They're yummy. I assume that's when is the kitchen makeover. I'm scheduled. I'm thinking I'm going to probably do that next weekend. I usually like to do painting projects on my long weekend, and this is my short weekend. So we'll probably just do some simple 1 day things for the vlogs this week. Yeah, maybe a cooking vlog. A couple people said that they like the nature walk, so maybe I'll go do a nature walk today or something. There is a new trail I'd like to explore. And it's a nice day to do that. So, what? Hmm? You have anything more to add to that? I mean, I thought for sure I turned down the volume on Matt's Island Horizon video, but apparently I didn't because there's an airplane landing. I don't know if you heard that. They ever have crab apples? No, I have not. I have not had crab apples. It's not to my knowledge. Looks like a beautiful sunset happening there on Matt's video right now. Yeah, oh, the humanity, right? Well, we got to be really careful with those tomatoes. I was watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes the other night, and whatever you do, don't ask for the ketchup. I do that. I do that too with jalapenos. Not as much with with onions and stuff like that. But I like jalapenos. It's not uncommon. I've got like a can of whole jalapenos right now, and it's not uncommon for me to pull out one and just eat it as a snack. Ever see Zap magazine? Is that a movie or a magazine? And who knows, maybe that might be one of the conversations, the little sub conversations that are going on here. They aren't all directed at me. It was one of the underground magazines. Okay, all right. I guess I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever seen it though. Never heard of the sucker branch. It's the branch that grows between the stem and the fruiting branch. It was supposed to focus on production. Doesn't know if that's valid information or just an old wives' tale, maybe. There any good bands coming to Waco? I saw you don't really have a lot of like big name bands that come through Waco because there's not really any venues around here that deal with any of that kind of stuff. You'll get some like country bands that'll come through here from time to time, but that's not really what I'm into as much. If you want to get like some of the big name bands, you have to probably drive down to Austin or up to Dallas. How's the unemployment? I don't really know what the unemployment rate is here. I know that there's a lot of companies out there with help wanted signs out, and I think they're having the same problem getting people to fill the jobs as is happening elsewhere in the country. You know, who'd have thunk you pay people to stay home and do nothing? There's a lot of people who take advantage of that. Too bad. Yeah, I remember Mad Magazine and Heavy Metal Magazine. We've seen Elton John in concert. That would be a show I'd like to see. Yeah, there's unfortunately, when you pay people not to work, that's what happens. Maybe Elton in the '70s, but not Elton at 70. Yeah, I don't know. He's still a good singer. He's still got some great songs. I like the music from the '70s better, but yeah, you're right, Peg. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I like habanero peppers. I've introduced that to some of my recipes. In fact, you'll recall that I made like salsa a couple months ago, and I've kind of perfected that recipe a little bit myself. And one of the ways I've modified that recipe is by including habaneros. They have great flavor. You're right. This is the last world tour. Catch them while you can. You know how many times artists say, "Oh, this is it. We're not going to tour anymore," and then they do come back for their "Send More Money" tour. I've heard of Ghost Peppers too. I haven't tried one of those. There is such a thing as too spicy. I like the flavor of jalapenos, but I like the flavor of the pepper too. And so sometimes it gets too spicy. It just drowns out the flavor of the pepper. It doesn't have to be radioactive hot. I like a nice burn, but there is such thing as too much. It's in bad health. Huh? Okay, well, ugh, I'm making you sleepy here. I'm making myself sleepy. After a long bike ride, drink pickle juice. I've never heard of that either. No vacation plans yet, but I still got to make a trip there. I hear kind of that California is kind of going back into the COVID lockdowns again, and I don't know. I don't want to be a part of that. Guess that's why they call it the blues. Yeah, I guess so. Floods can be bad too. That's true, but you've there's ways to mitigate that. Not locked down in Palm Desert. Yeah, I guess I'm hearing that they're talking about locking down the schools again and doing that. And that's first off, that's crazy to begin with. The kids are the ones that are least susceptible to this disease. So we're causing damage to kids by doing that. Stunning their growth, preventing them from learning how to interact with people and all that. That has an effect on kids. I don't think COVID was fake. I think they overreacted to it. Oh, there's earthquake faults all over California. Yeah, the entirety of California is one big earthquake fault waiting to go off. None of them in Waco. That's why I like that. What's the longest live stream I do? I kind of wear out at 2 hours, which is why I kind of pull the plug at that point. If we get a good conversation going, I'll go a few minutes longer, but um, it's 2 hours is kind of it gives everyone a chance to get in here and say something. I don't have a whole lot of people. I think most we had here was, I think the highest number I've seen was in the mid 50s. And so it gives everyone a chance to get their say and have a few minutes and whatever. And but at that point, I'm starting to get a little tired, sitting around for 2 hours. That's why I get up and walk away from the live streams a little bit more now. Sometimes it feels good to get up and you know stretch a little bit, stretch these old bones. Well, that and the fact that the face masks aren't actually that effective at preventing you, if you're not, if you're not sick, they're not doing a very good job, of protecting you from that. I mean, we've all been wearing masks for a year and a half, and it didn't. There's no evidence it slowed it down. Well, that's another part of it, James. Last year there weren't any reported cases of people dying from the flu. Now we have between 20 and 60,000 deaths a year from just the regular old influenza. So, that also kind of makes it look like, that they're trying to exaggerate the numbers by counting people who died from the flu, calling it COVID deaths, and that kind of makes me leery about what they're saying too. One last look at the jellyfish lamp. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, that's it right there. Kind of a cool looking thing, right? I don't think it's actually a jellyfish in there. I think it's just glass that's cut to look like a jellyfish, but it has some really cool colors in it, and it looks really nice. With the light on it. And I guess they painted the back of it black so that it's got a nice black background. Probably looks better and pops a little bit more. So yeah, there's a nice close-up look of it. Kind of cool looking, right? So we'll put that back on here. Let him glow a little bit. Yeah, you're right, straight no chase. The same with me. I didn't get sick during this whole thing until a couple of weeks ago. And that was I usually get one time a year. I usually get sick, and usually it's December or January. So I was really glad too because I didn't want to go through the nonsense of the reactions they were doing with work and all that because they had all these crazy rules if you got sick on that. So I was really happy that that didn't happen. That's a big deal too, Black Dot. They were saying the people who died and had COVID, even if they died of something else, they were calling it COVID. And yeah, and you're right. We'll probably never know what the real numbers were. Nothing like a jellyfish sting. Yeah, I've heard those. Those are not a lot of fun. I have managed to avoid that this far in my life. All of Thailand is on lockdown as of this morning. It just concerns me when politicians can suspend our freedoms and our rights over something like a disease that okay, it has a little higher than average fatality rate, but I naturally distrust politicians to begin with because I think most of them kind of are little mini dictator wannabes, and if you make it easy for them to suspend our freedoms like that, they're going to do it over and over and over again. Not a fan of that. Yeah, I know. We had that here in the United States too, New York and California, and that they were putting COVID patients in nursing homes and losing people left and right because of that. You have anything else you want to say before we end the live stream bite? No? Yeah, good words, Kenneth. And I think maybe that'll be the final thought of the live stream here. So, yep, get up, stand up for your rights, people. All right, so I think that's all I have. I'm gonna end this one. Go out and do a vlog today, and we'll go from there. So, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next week.